Hi guys, John from JB Motorcycle Services. How you all doing? So just thought I'd go through a little bit of dyno prep for when we do a Woolich race and flash. It's not just a case of getting it on the dyno, strapping it on, running it up, looking at the AFR, quickly doing some adjustments, loading it in. It takes quite a lot of time sometimes on certain bikes. So this GSX S1000 that we got in, so we have to prep the bike, take the ECU out, gets a little sticker on it so that the next customer and that, obviously if they buy it second hand, know it's been done. We put in the data cable for the Woolich that runs up to the back seat so we can get all the live data for engine temperature, ignition timing, throttle position and everything like that when we're building the map on the dyno to look at the AFR. And another thing we do is block off the pair valve, which is in here, which is to do with the emissions. It bleeds air into the exhaust to help burn the unburnt gases. The trouble is with that is it basically gives the lambda sensor a false lean reading. So if you don't block it off properly, then you just keep adding fuel and it keeps saying it's leaner, and by the time you, like say, finish, you've added like 25-30% extra fuel and it's still saying it's lean. So you need to make sure you block the pair valve off. Some bikes don't have it, most modern stuff does because of emission laws and stuff. Another thing that we remap them for is when you decat them. So customers either fit a full system or cut the cat out, and this one's had the cat cut out. As you can see, it's got a scorpion can, decat link pipe. The trouble is I've just fired it up to check and it's leaking all around here. So this is going to give a false lean reading, because if it's leaking gas out, it's pulling air in. So we need to put one of these in for the dyno. And then there's also a second lambda sensor that I use as part of the Woolich racing software, so we can cross-reference both AFR readings from the Woolich and the dyno sensor. The trouble is if you have an air leak like that and you don't seal it, it's going to give you a false reading, so you're not going to get consistent AFR readings to be able to adjust to get the right results for the engine. So we have to, I'm going to have to take that link pipe off, reseal it. It just adds to the time that it takes for dyno prep, really. So yeah, this bike's probably going to take like sort of a couple of hours, I suppose, to do the ECU wire, block off the pair valve, and then obviously locate the lambda sensors for the Woolich and the Dynojet software, and take the link pipe off, seal it to make sure that that's not leaking, and then we can get it on. Then we can do our base runs, get our AFR readings, and then go into the map, adjust that. On certain bikes, like I say, you can do some ignition changes, Suzuki dual throttle plate changes to open them up a bit earlier, give it a bit mid-range. You can delete lambda sensors, so you can map the closed loop, which is the low speed throttle. So that makes a lot of difference to the smoothness of the throttle. And so we'll do the low end and then the top end, like sort of TPS readings, all the way from like sort of 5-10% all the way up to 100. And then we'll go into the map and make the adjustments, obviously the percentage changes we need to, load the map in, and then retest in, get some after runs. So yeah, it's not a quick, easy task to do. It does take a few hours. Like I say, most bikes probably about 5 hours on the dyno at least to like sort of get your before and after runs done, the remapping process, obviously sitting down, especially modern bikes with ETV throttle, electronic throttle valves, which this hasn't got. This got cable throttle, so not as bad. But something like the MT-09 has got 4 different rider modes, and there's a different ETV map per gear, per mode. So that's a lot of maps to change. So you can spend 2 hours just adjusting base settings to before you can even start getting an AFR reading. So yeah, it's quite time consuming but very fun. Like I say, I love doing the dyno work, very fun, and it's good to see good results after. So yeah, the MT-09s and stuff like that, they get very, very good results, smooths out the low speed throttle massively and gains obviously a bit of power top end. So yeah, it's very fun job to do, and thanks for watching. See you again soon.